During a visit to his ancestral homeland, Joe Biden held high-level talks with the president of Ireland, who, because his wife just walked out on him, had to wear the only clean outfit left in his closet. Can't do his own wash. That was the only outfit the president of Ireland had in the closet. And President Biden, his sister, and son Hunter were so excited to touch down in Ireland, they moonwalked to their limousine. Arriving in Dublin, Joe Biden can barely focus on his speech as his drinking hand kept interrupting with, "We go to pub now? I'm thirsty. How about now? We go to pub now? I'm parched. What about now? We go to pub now?" Joe Biden's drinking hand insisted on grabbing the wheel of the presidential limousine. It's got a nasty, Joe Biden has a nasty drinking hand. Got triggered in Ireland. Joe Biden's drinking hand insisted on grabbing the wheel of the presidential limousine to find the nearest Irish pub, but then swerved out of the way to avoid hitting a leprechaun and ended up sending 500 well-wishers to the hospital. That's a tough drinking hand, really tough drinking hand. More trouble after Joe Biden's drinking hand heard the woman say she was an O'Shaughnessy. And Joe Biden's drinking hand had no choice but to keep a promise he made to Joe's grandmother and punch the... Let me start from the beginning. More trouble after Joe Biden's drinking hand heard the woman say she was an O'Shaughnessy. Joe Biden's drinking hand had no choice but to keep a promise he once made to Joe's grandmother and punch that O'Shaughnessy square in the face. Yeah, the Bidens and the O'Shaughnessys. Joe's drinking hand kept a promise to punch anyone named Joe Shaughnessy. Later that evening, during his pub crawl, President Biden couldn't understand why the Irish hang their photographs and paintings on the floor. Hours later, a drunk and belligerent President Biden tore a karaoke bar to pieces, insisting he wouldn't leave until one of you pale-faced losers finally sings Sinead O'Connor's "Nothing Compares to You" in the right key. He can get belligerent on karaoke night on the pub crawl. That's President Joe Biden telling a karaoke bar that someone needs to sing Sinead O'Connor's "Nothing Compares to You" in the right key. That drinking hand really got triggered in Ireland. The next day, President Biden and British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak issued a joint communique outlining a bilateral framework where both nations agreed the breakfast service inside the Belfast Hilton is subpar. Belfast Hilton. Both nations agreed the breakfast service inside the Belfast Hilton is subpar. It'd be great if I could pronounce Belfast. Unable to take it anymore, Joe Biden signals his Secret Service to come over immediately and trim the British Prime Minister's ear hairs. Is that what's going on there? Oh, yeah, that's the signal. Bring the hair trimmer. After breakfast with the British Prime Minister, First Lady Jill Biden strolled the streets of Belfast while the president went upstairs to his hotel room to sample some Irish Shiza videos. That's Joe Biden watching some Irish Shiza videos. Then the president went down to the hotel pub and proceeded to blow £200 betting on Australian rugby. We've all been there. We've all been there. That afternoon, a completely shit-faced president of the United States strolled the streets of Belfast, calling complete strangers Mr. Blarney Stone and then trying to kiss them. Maybe visiting Ireland was not a good idea. The president stumbled up to his room, got his Joint Chiefs of Staff on the line, and phoned in several drone strikes on the couple next door having loud sex. After a still drunk and belligerent Joe Biden finally came to, he angrily accused his reflection in the mirror of cold-cocking him. Fighting Joe Biden. As President Biden exchanges small talk with the British Prime Minister, Special Envoy to Northern Ireland for Economic Affairs, Joseph Kennedy III, surprises Joe Biden by grabbing hold of some presidential prostate. Yeah, that's a Kennedy. That's definitely, that's a Kennedy grabbing hold of some presidential prostate. Looking out over the Irish Sea, Joe Biden thinks to himself, so many drops of water, yet so few places to pee. Unlike America's free-spirited First Lady, Jill Biden, the Irish Prime Minister and Joe Biden are looky-loos when it comes to enjoying Ireland's famed topless beaches. Yeah, that's Joe and his friend enjoying Jill at a topless beach.